Hi, yesterday my friend in Indonesia asked me how to make a chewy chocolate chips cookies because she made it, but then it only was chewy when it just got out of the oven, and then later on it got hard. So there is a few things you have to remember if you want to have a chewy chocolate chips cookies. Number one, your eggs have to be at the room temperature. Number two, do not overmix the dough. I said it many times already in many of my videos. We do not want to overmix the dough. So we just mix it until combined. Number three, you want to chill your dough before you bake it. At least 30 minutes, but 1 or 2 hours is better. Number four, you do not want to overbake your cookies. You only bake the cookies until the edges turn lightly brown and the tops are set. And then you take them out, and then you want to let the cookies to finish cooking on the pan before you transfer the cookies onto your cooling rack. And then your cookies gonna stay chewy. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how to make the soft and chewy chocolate chips cookies. Alright, to make the soft and chewy chocolate chips cookies, we're going to need a room temperature egg, butter, and because I'm gonna make my chocolate chips cookies using a hand whisk today, because I will just make a small batch, not a big batch, so I'm going to need to melt my butter. Okay, and then we're going to need sugar. I will use brown sugar and white sugar. Feel free to use all brown sugar, but I want my cookie not to look too dark, so that's why I'm gonna use brown sugar and also white sugar. And then we will need a vanilla extract and also all-purpose flour, and I'll be using my special dark chocolate chips. Now I'm gonna need to melt a half cup of unsalted butter, which is 8 tablespoons. If you are going to use your mixer, you do not need to melt your butter, but make sure that your butter have to be softened already. It means in the room temperature and soft. Okay, and then you can use your mixer. Do not use a cold butter if you want your cookies to be chewy. Okay, my butter is melted already. Now let's prepare the wet ingredients. All right, so I'm going to use 3/4 cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of white sugar, okay, to make total 1 cup. So I'm using more of the brown sugar than the white sugar. This is a half cup. And I still need a 1/4 cup of the brown sugar, but I'm gonna use this 1/4 cup to scoop my white sugar first. So white sugar, a 1/4 cup. And then now another 1/4 cup of the brown sugar. All right, I'm going to mix them together first. Now I'm going to add my salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using a kosher salt, so it has a coarse texture. That's why I'm not gonna sieve this salt. I'm gonna just add it together with the sugar. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to add my melted butter. And I'm going to whisk everything. Whisk until you don't see any more lumps, okay? Because sometimes you see some lumps in the brown sugar. Okay, now I'm gonna add in my vanilla extract. Also 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, 1 teaspoon. And 1 egg, room temperature. Because I'm making a small batch, I only use 1 egg. But use large egg. Now I'm going to whisk it again. So you want to whisk your mixture here until they look smooth. Okay, light and smooth like this. Okay, all right. So this is the only time that you can whisk your mixture for a long time. All right, now I'm going to add my dry ingredient. So I don't need this hand whisk anymore. So I will only need the all-purpose flour and baking soda, okay? That I'm going to sieve together. So I need 1¼ cup of all-purpose flour. Don't forget to level your flour. All right. Water. 1 cup. And ¼ cup. And a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. Not baking powder. Now I'm gonna sieve together into the mixing bowl. Okay. Now I'm going to mix them together only until combined. All right. Do not overmix it. If you wanna have the chewy cookie, okay? You see, my dough doesn't look too dark because I use some white sugar, not all brown. Okay. Make sure you fold the dough. Do not whisk. Okay. Now I'm going to add in my chocolate chips. One cup. You can use semi-sweet or milk chocolate chips, or half milk and half dark. It's up to you. Okay, I'm using special dark because that's what I have. All right, so 1 cup. I'm going to mix it again. That's it. Okay, I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap and then put it in my refrigerator for an hour or 2. So I'll be back after an hour or so, okay? All right, I'm back after an hour and a half. I have preheated my oven to 175 degrees Celsius, okay? All right, I have my baking pan covered with parchment paper. And then I'm using my 1½ inches of cookie dough scooper. So I'm going to scoop all my cookie dough. Like this. Don't forget to leave space between the cookies because the cookie is gonna expand. Like 2 inches, okay? So the reason why you want to chill your cookies, so when you bake it, they're not gonna expand too much or like becoming flat. When they become flat, then it's gonna be a crispy cookie because you want a chewy cookies, right? So you want to have some thickness in your cookies. All right, so I still have some more dough here in my bowl, not a lot. So I'm going to bake this for 10 minutes, okay? Total, I make 20 cookies. Take a look at my cookies here. The edges here already are lightly brown and the top look like they are cooked. So I'm gonna just let these cookies sitting in the pan for 5 minutes to let it finish cooking. Okay, so 5 minutes already. I'm going to move these cookies onto the cooling rack. All right, 12 is done. I'm supposed to wait until they cool down before I try, right? But who doesn't like fresh baked cookies? I want to try when it's still warm. But I guess I have to restrain myself. Okay, I can't take it anymore. So I should try one cookie. So soft. Only crispy on the edges, but the inside, the middle is very soft. I'm gonna wait until they all cool down to test it again if it's still soft and chewy like it is now. Joanna, how's the chocolate chip cookies?
It's so yummy and chewy. It's the best chocolate chip cookies in the world.